Mario,
Luigi said.
what's wrong? You look like you've been beaten up. Oh, I just had the worst today. I had another fight with Bowser. This time I didn't win. Oh, that's too bad. Is the princess alrighty? I believe so.
Bowser suddenly came crashing in. Now that I have your little princess, it's time to take your brother.
Mama-Miaaaaa!
I woke up. Today is July 14th, 2017. Yesterday I tried playing an incredibly buggy Super Mario 64 game. Well, I thought to myself, is it really that bad? I mean, it's the only gaming console we have in the house. Maybe I should at least try to finish it. I sat down and turned the console back on. The start screen popped up again. I pressed start. Luigi A was still there. Is this the reason why it's so buggy? Is slot A corrupted? I thought that deleting it would maybe fix it. So that's what I did. But right when I picked it up, the console shut down. This is stupid, I shouted. This thing can barely function. I turned the console back on. I went back to the file select screen and tried doing it again. Same thing happened, as if it were dependent on that one single save file. So I just continued to play it. I was transported into the front yard of the castle and walked up to the castle to enter it. As soon as I entered it, the game crashed and I had to reset the console. As soon as I turned it back on, I was met with an anti-piracy screen stating, "It's a serious crime to copy a video game according to copyright law. Please refer to your Nintendo game instruction booklet for further information." This confused me. Thinking it was just an error or something, I unplugged the console and plugged it back in. Mario was already playable and was in the castle courtyard. The screen was flickering and it looked almost as if it was nighttime. I could move Mario, but the audio was just loud static. I tried to get back into the castle but found I couldn't leave. I would get teleported back into the courtyard. I was tired of this game acting up, so I decided to just walk away from the TV. I went to grab a sandwich and take out the garbage. About 30 minutes passed and I start hearing what sounded like someone calling out for help.
Help! Mario! Help! Somebody!
It was so loud and screeching. I couldn't hear anything but the TV. It was so loud, I didn't even tell I was screaming until I backed away a little bit. I grabbed the controller and tried to get Mario out of the courtyard, but the same thing kept happening again. It was about 5 minutes until I noticed the star statue had been moved, revealing a hole in the ground. The screen had been too staticky for me to even notice this before. I hopped into the hole, but the screaming kept going. It was pitch black, but Mario was still visible. I kept running in a random direction until I could find something. Anything. I then realized I'd been running around for about 15 minutes, so I just stopped. After about 2 or 3 minutes, I could hear what sounded like chains. I then started running towards the sound until I could see someone in the distance. It was Luigi. His legs and arm had been severed and his right arm had been chained to a wall. I instinctively ran over to him and started punching the chains, but all it was doing was hurting him even more. I then started punching the wall instead, hoping I could break it, but it was no use. Luigi was stuck, in pain, bleeding to death. I then had an idea to plug the controller into the second player slot, hoping I could control Luigi. To my surprise, it worked. I could move him around, but he was just crawling with his arm still chained to the wall. Then I just started punching randomly, hoping I could get the chain loose. Maybe the blood can help me slip his arm through the chains. So I just tried moving the joystick back and forth until I can hear him slipping out of the chains. His arm was slipping through the chain, but then I heard a painful scream. His hand was ripped off while trying to get free. Luigi was completely in agony. I couldn't watch this anymore. I reset the console and started the game again. This time, the save file wasn't there anymore. It was replaced with Mwahahahaha. And for some reason, this made me cry. What happened to Luigi? I thought. After about 2 minutes of crying, I then opened up the save file.